Hello boys, welcome back to another session of video tutorials, and this session is meant for class 12th biology students, and this is for 25th January 2021. As we all know that we are into the revision mode for the third time in a row, and we have already familiar with revision notes covering the important concepts of each chapter. And then we are also familiarized with how to answer assertion and reasoning type. Then we started giving test paper 1, wherein in each chapter we have given the objective type questions, 1 mark questions, 2 mark question, 3 mark question and 5 mark questions. And now we are into another round of test paper with test paper 2. So this time around we are covering chapter number 8, Human Health and Diseases. You may wonder how come chapter 7 is skipped. Chapter 7 is not there for your batch, for 2021 batch. That's why I have come to chapter number 8, Human Health and Disease. Here we go. The virus that causes AIDS is B cells, cytotoxic T cells, the membrane of lymph nodes, and helper T cells. Of course, it is the lymph nodes, we understand. And question 2, sickle cell anemia has not been eliminated from the African population because it is not a fatal disease. It's controlled by dominant gene. It provides immunity against malaria. It is controlled by recessive genes. I think it provides immunity against malaria. Then, which plant is responsible for having this hallucinations, daydreaming? So one is Atropa belladonna, and Datura, and Erythroxylum coca. I think all the given three, yes, it should have been D. Actually, option C should have been D. Yeah, question 4. A tumor enclosed within a capsule is termed as a tumor enclosed within a capsule. Basophils, malignant, of course we know, benign tumor, and metastasis. AIDS, question number 5th, spread due to infected needles and syringes. Yes, very much. Then immoral way of life. Yes. Homosexuality. Yes. And all of them. It has to be all of them, but this has to be D. It can't be B. Okay. So, but you should know that it is all of them. Question 6th, what is the site of maturation of T lymphocytes? T lymphocytes, a type of WBC. Give the scientific name of the pathogen causing malignant malaria in humans. Question number 8. Recently, Chikungunya cases were reported from various parts of the country. Name the vector responsible for it. Question number 9. Give the scientific name of the causative agent of elephantiasis. Causative agent. Question 10. Why does a doctor administer tetanus antitoxin, not a tetanus vaccine, to a child injured in a roadside accident with bleeding wound? Explain. Question 11. In which way has the study of biology helped us to control infectious diseases? There are many ways, in fact. Question 12. Cold medications may contain antihistamines. What effect does this medication have on cold symptoms? Question 13. Some parents wrote a complaint letter to the local municipality to remove all hoardings in the city advertising the use of condoms and matters relating to AIDS prevention. The children of these parents came to know about the matter and raised their voice against removal of these hoardings. The parents were convinced by the awareness level of their children and withdrew a complaint. Now, this is called case study question. Now, 1. Parents considered the hoarding as site pollution. Why do you disagree? Question 2. What value is prompted by the children protesting against their parents? What are the methods by which AIDS spread? Question 14. Name the type of immunity that is present at the time of birth in humans. Explain any two ways by which it is accomplished. Question 15. Explain the drugs, addiction and social diseases. So take a paper, start writing the answers. You may take around 40-45 minutes and then come to the answer session. Compare your answers with the answers that I am giving. So the first one, of course, is something new for some boys at least. The membrane of lymph nodes, because a lymphodenopathy associated virus. In fact, the earlier name for HIV was LAV. As I said, a former name of the HIV is the virus that causes AIDS. It is membrane of lymph nodes. Lymph node get affected and destroy the defense mechanism of human body. That's why lymph nodes. Next, question 2. See, it provides immunity against malaria. Sickle cell anemia is an autosomal recessive disease that changes the shape of RBC sickle-like, sickle-like, that reduce the oxygen carrying capacity of blood. This disease has not been eliminated from the African population because it provides immunity against malaria. Question 3C. All the given three, of course, always all the given three should be D, so that you keep it in your mind. Hallucination is a condition in which a person feels pleasure in spite of stress and other mental problems. In this condition, central nervous system get influenced and reduce the thinking capacity. Datura, Atropa belladonna and erythroxylum coca all cause hallucinations. Question 4C. Benign. A tumor enclosed within a capsule is called benign tumor. Benign tumors normally remain confined to their original location and do not spread. See, this is important. Do not spread to other parts of the body and cause little damage. Benign. Malignant is dangerous. Question 5. Again, it has to be D, all of them. AIDS is caused by HIV virus, human immunovirus, which can spread primarily by unprotected sex, including anal and oral sex, contaminated blood transfusions, homosexuality, hypodermic needles, and from mother to child during pregnancy, delivery, or breastfeeding. Some bodily fluids such as saliva and tears do not transmit HIV. Question 6. Lymphoid progenitors, which have developed from hematopoietic stem cells in the bone marrow, is it? Stem cells in the bone marrow, migrate to thymus gland to complete their antigen independent maturation into functional T cells. So in the thymus, T cells develop their specific T cell markers, including TCR, CD3, CD4 and CD8 and CD2. So these are all the various WBs, and that's why thymus is very, very important, because without thymus there won't be much defense system with us. Plasmodium Falciparum is unicellular protozoan parasite of humans and the deadliest species of Plasmodium that causes malaria in humans. It is transmitted through the bite of female Anopheles mosquito. Always you must remember here, when we talk of diseases, there are two things. One is the carrier, another is the causative organism. Causative organism is one who causes actually disease, and the carrier is one who helps in transforming the disease or transmitting the disease from person to person, from area to area. So it causes the disease most dangerous form called falciparum malaria. Question 8. Humans and other primates are the natural hosts for the Chikungunya virus. The virus is spread to humans by the bite of an infected female Aedes. Now there we said female Anopheles. Here it is female Aedes mosquito. Aedes aegypti or Aedes albopictus. These are the same tropical and subtropical mosquitoes that carry dengue virus. Next, Wucheria bancrofti is a human parasitic roundworm that's the major cause of elephantiasis, lymphatic filariasis. The person's legs will be having edema, swollen legs. Question 10. Tetanus is a deadly disease to which quick immune response is required. So doctor directly inject the performed antibodies. That is the reason. Next, question 11. Study of biology has helped us to know about various aspects of disease, like causes, symptoms, mode of transmission, effect on the body, and above all, means to control various diseases. And of course, we also understand the life cycle. How many hosts are involved? Is it one host or two hosts, three hosts, like that? So we try to create a biological control also along with the biochemical control. Next, question 12. Histamine causes capillaries to dilate and become more permeable, resulting in the so-called runny nose and stuffiness that often accompany a cold. It also constricts air passageways, causing some difficulty in breathing. Antihistamines, anti-cold, no? We take, whenever we have got cold and cough, we take antihistamine tablet. That is anti to that histamine. So antihistamines counteract these effects of histamine that we listed above. Next, question 13. Since the awareness among our people has not reached to the extent that forceful and constant remaining is not required, our country is overpopulated and the number of AIDS cases is increasing too fast. First, that second, the sense of understanding about AIDS and application in life, national responsibility and commitment towards society. These are the important things that everybody should remember. And this comes when there is individual responsibility towards the country. Third, A. Unprotected sexual contact. B. Use of contaminated needles and syringes. C. Use of contaminated razors and other instruments used for piercing body parts like pinna, earlobe, external earlobe, and then transfusion of infected blood and blood products. E. Organ transplantation. F. During pregnancy when the baby is delivered, parturition. So these are all the various means through which the contact and any other. Hence, one must be very careful about this. Otherwise, AIDS will spread uncontrollably. Question 14. Innate immunity is present at the time of birth. All of us will have inborn immunity. This is accomplished by providing different types of barriers to the entry of the foreign agents, that is pathogens. It consists of 4 types of barriers. First, of course, thanks to our skin and mucous membrane, physical barriers. Physiological barriers, acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid, secreted in the stomach, saliva in the mouth, and tears in the eyes. Cellular level, neutrophils and macrophages. And of course, cytokine barrier is interferons. So these interferons will not allow the foreign agents to enter inside our body so easily. Question 15. 1. Drug. It's an active chemical entity present in a medicine which when administered in a body have a physiological effect, or World Health Organization in 1966 has given a more comprehensive definition. Drug is any substance or product that is used or intend to be used to modify or explore physiological system or pathological states for the benefit of the recipient. Look at the benefit of the recipient. It should not harm us. Addiction, it's a habit, habitual, psychological, physiological dependency on a substance or practice which is beyond voluntary control. That's why alcohol addiction, smoking addiction, drug addiction, you see, people have got different addictions. And then social diseases. These are generally the diseases which spread through sexual contact. It's an old term used for STD. Now the new term is sexually transmitted diseases. World Health Organization suggested the term STD in 1999 in place of social disease. So this is how we need to keep ourselves more responsible towards not only us individual, towards the family, towards the town, towards the state, and ultimately towards the nation. Everything starts with the individual. So similarly, when each one of you study nicely,